One controls a $250 million empire from the top of the charts, luxury jets, and designer deals. The other, a Pulitzer-winning lyricist who just dismantled the image of a rap titan using nothing but bars, precision, and raw truth. We're talking about Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. Empire versus legacy. Fame versus respect. So the real question isn't who dropped the better diss, it's who's really winning. Drake's $250 million empire versus Kendrick's priceless legacy. Who's really winning? This battle didn't begin in 2024. It's been simmering for a decade. But before we dive into their lyrical war, let's talk about how both of these giants rose to power. Drake's come up. Before the bright lights of stadiums and Billboard charts, Drake was just Aubrey Graham, a kid from Toronto playing Jimmy Brooks on the teen drama Degrassi. The next generation. His early music was dismissed by many as soft, even corny. But in 2009, he flipped the game with So Far Gone. The mixtape fused emotional R&B with sharp lyricism. It blew up. He signed with Lil Wayne's Young Money, dropped hit after hit, Best I Ever Had, Over, Take Care, and built an empire. But it wasn't all smooth. He had to prove himself in a rap game that doubted his authenticity because of his acting past and mixed background. Kendrick's journey. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth grew up in Compton, heart of LA gang territory. Early on, he recorded under the name K. dropping mixtapes filled with promise. His music caught the attention of Top Dog Entertainment and eventually Dr. Dre. From there, Kendrick evolved. Section 80 earned him underground respect, but it was Good Kid, Mad City in 2012 that blew the roof off. And he fought hard for that respect, going from local hero to being crowned a lyrical savior. Now back to the beef. It all started when Kendrick dropped a lyrical nuke on Big Sean's Control in 2013, calling out Drake by name. I'm usually homeboys with the same niggas I'm rhyming with Slash, but this is hip-hop and them niggas should know what time it is. Kendrick declared lyrical war on his peers, including Drake. This was a shot at comfort zones. He was saying he's here to compete, not be friendly. The shot was taken on a Big Sean track, shaking up the industry. Drake downplayed it, but subliminals flew for years. Drake tossing jabs on tracks like The Language and Used To. Kendrick clapping back subtly on King Kunta, Deep Water, and Features. They were in the same rooms but on opposite missions. Drake was building global dominance. Kendrick was building a legacy. Fast forward to March 2024. Kendrick reignites the fire on Like That with Metro Boomin and Future. Motherf******, the big three, it's just Big Me. Let's break it down. Kendrick dismisses the idea of him, Drake, and J. Cole as equals. He's asserting dominance, saying he stands alone above them. The shot landed on a trap-heavy, chart-ready collab track. Suddenly, rap felt alive again. J. Cole responded on his track 7-Minute Drill, then backed out. But Drake strapped in. He dropped push-ups mocking Kendrick's height, Nike collabs, and radio silence. How you 5 feet 5 inches trying to step to a giant? Drake is clowning Kendrick's height, trying to frame him as too small, literally and metaphorically, to be a threat. A direct shot taken over a bouncy beat meant to go viral. Then came tailor-made freestyle, where Drake used AI Tupac and Snoop voices. That drew backlash and legal warnings. This was Drake trying to make it theatrical, using legends' voices to taunt Kendrick. But it backfired, as Tupac's estate threatened legal action. The visual was a bold attempt at narrative dominance but legally risky. Finally, Family Matters dropped. That's when things got personal. Drake hinted at family secrets and questioned Kendrick's integrity as a father. You hid your daughter from the world. That's not like us. A play on Drake's own line from God's Plan era. Now flipped on Kendrick, accusing him of doing the same thing Drake was once criticized for. The line hits hard because it mirrors real-life scrutiny. Kendrick returned with surgical precision. Euphoria broke Drake down psychologically, questioning his identity, authenticity, and insecurities. You're not a rap artist, you a scam artist with a big gimmick. Kendrick is saying Drake's entire career is built on market tricks, not substance. a direct attack on Drake's credibility. The visual shows Kendrick in a shadowy studio, focused, locked in. Then came 616 in LA, a veiled critique with coded messages. He used Drake's favorite timestamp in a city format, flipped it against him. Fake smiles in the label lobby. I know what it is. Kendrick calls out industry phoniness, likely referencing OVO insiders leaking info and playing both sides. The energy is cold, calculated. But the nuke, Meet the Grahams, a track addressed to Drake's son, parents, and an alleged hidden daughter. No beep, just venom. Your father never claimed you, now you doing the same. Kendrick suggests Drake is repeating the same abandonment he suffered from his own father, calling his character into question. Delivered like a letter, chilling in its tone. And then, Not Like Us, a West Coast anthem that played like a summer banger but destroyed Drake's image. Trying to play Superman at your big age. Not Like Us. Kendrick is mocking Drake for trying to be the savior or hero, calling it a childish act for someone his age. The track exploded in Compton house parties and East LA lowrider circuits. Let's break it down. Drake, net worth, $250 million plus. OVO empire, Nike knocked a line, chart-topping hits, global tours. Gained massive attention during the beef but also scrutiny. Accusations shook his image, especially from Meet the Grahams. Kendrick, less visible post Mr. Morale, but this beef re-cemented his name. Not Like Us went #1, viral everywhere, even clubs and sports arenas. Gained millions of new fans. Seen as the savior of real rap. This wasn't just bars, it was branding warfare. Drake held the mainstream, but Kendrick captured the streets, critics, and culture. Awards? Let's talk stats. Drake, 5 Grammy wins, 50+ Billboard Music Awards, 13 #1 hits on Billboard Hot 100. Kendrick, 17 Grammy wins, 1 Pulitzer Prize for Damn, multiple BET Awards, NAACP Image Awards. First rap artist to win Pulitzer. During the beef window, Kendrick won hearts, headlines, and replay value. Drake got exposure, but mixed reception. So, who really won? If you measure by money, streaming power, and brand deals, Drake stands tall. But beef isn't about brand equity. It's about cultural impact, lyrical dominance, and public perception. Kendrick didn't just win a battle, he redefined how beefs are fought. Surgical, emotional, timeless. Not Like Us became an anthem. And Drake? He walked away with his empire intact. But his armor cracked. In the court of public opinion, Kendrick won the war. Drake may own the throne, but Kendrick just reminded us who the king really is. Empire or legacy? Chains or change? You decide. Drop your verdict in the comments because in this game, the fans are the real judges.